Pogacar stomped everyone again yesterday. There was a super technical descent. Might have an analysis video of that descent actually in Pogacar and Mas afterwards. But he's won 3 stages. He's got GC wrapped up. For some reason, they're holding Jonas Vingegaard's Tour de France jersey in front of him again. And this is the final stage of Andalusia. A decent break went with Colleoni, Dries de Bont, Pascal Encorn, Eric Fetter, and Movistar were monitoring that breakaway. They wanted to get something out of the race because Mas wasn't on the podium either of the race in GC for even Garcia Cortina or Serrano. But the Bont, when that break was about to be caught on one of these, steep, rough surface climbs, broke away from it whilst UAE were just controlling the race as they should be doing for their GC leader, Tadej Pogacar. And, he could easily win this stage. It's like a 1K, 4% finish, but there's a part of that was steeper, so it would depend how you paced it. And de Bont's move was, really strong from him. You can see Ineos in the background on the descent. He's right there, dangling. There was even a rider trying to bridge across to him on the descent. He's literally 1 second ahead. And because the group's small, because maybe he's a better descender, because he's stronger, I don't know, because he's super aero, he was able to extend that gap out from nearly being caught with 30Ks to go to getting a decent gap again. But, is this legal? The forearm rules, you're not allowed to use your forearms as a means of support. Is he using his forearms as a means of support? Yes, but he's got his tilted in levers, but they've not banned this position or disqualified people, I don't think, for it before. I don't care. Honestly, whatever, get aero, you do you. But Oliveira was chasing, which was bad news for de Bont, despite me blessing his position, and he got caught with 9Ks to go. The Movistar train choo-choo coming through. Would they go for Serrano or Garcia Cortina? They didn't know. I didn't know. And in the finish, probably should have been Serrano. But Pogacar and UAE, again, does he want a 4th stage? Wellens won the stage from the break the other day, and listen to the audio. I went through and listened to what they were saying on the ambient. I can't play it because it'd be way too loud. But I think Wellens was saying left and right, and then Pogacar said, "How strong or how long should I go?" And so he was then doing a lead out. Obviously, they were discussing the lead out with 5.7 Ks to go. Wellens was telling him, how they're going to approach it. But Garcia Cortina and Serrano, 2 very similar profile guys. Garcia Cortina more of a classics guy, Serrano more punchy. Connor Swift moving up for Ineos, but the Enric Mas train takes no prisoners. He pulls stronger than both Sivakov and Connor Swift on the flat. And, you can have your Bradley Wiggins, Champs-Élysées 2012 in yellow. I'll raise you Enric Mas in the run-in of Stage 5 of Vuelta a Andalucía with a couple of roundabouts. He just, look at him sprinting here. Puts it in a line. There's a roundabout coming up where you've got to be on the inside turning right. Alpecin can't move up. Lotto are too deep. They got Andreas Krohn, who's really nice for this sort of finish. And Enric, he is a gentleman. So once he does get to 3Ks to go, which he took himself to, by the way, he lets the Ineos guys pass first, and then he'll retake over. But UAE were deep in the field with Wellens, Bax, Novak, Pogacar, Covey, and Mas takes front position again. They got Guerrero here, who had a disappointing Andalusia, I think, after winning Saudi Tour. And you see where UAE are. Really, really deep. 2.4 Ks to go. Luckily for them, well, not really luckily, they were super strong. Movistar ran out of horses. Maybe Garcia Cortina or Serrano should have worked for Serrano, I think. But the camera cuts back, and Novak has come back to the front with Wellens, Pogacar, and Covey, and Bax in the wheel. And here's this roundabout. Not all roundabouts are created equally. Some are more equal than others. You see this roundabout a little bit fat on the right-hand side, and Movistar go that right-hand side, UAE to the left. And whether that was just because UAE were on the left, but Movistar should have taken the left-hand side. It was much quicker, and it allows UAE to cross them with 2Ks to go. And that's Serrano and Garcia Cortina's race done. Because Pogacar is going to do a monster lead out. Bax was really, really strong here. He's going to drop Pogacar off through this left-hand corner coming up, a fast corner. Covey's on the wheel. Wellens and Covey going to swap soon. Guerrero's just sandwiched in between on Wellens' wheel. He doesn't want to let the wheel go, but he's going to let the wheel go eventually because he's not feeling too good. Wellens moves up onto Pogacar's wheel, and UAE could have won the race here. Like Pogacar, if Wellens lets the wheel go, motorbike drag, punches here, race over if he goes clear. But the plan was clearly to give Covey a chance, who was a domestique as well for a lot of the stages in the Tour Down Under. And, the last stage, Lofty, Von was in the GC lead. He had to ride as a domestique there. Could he have won that stage if he'd, gone in the break or whatever? So they're trying to reward Covey, young guy, the mismatched shoes. And Pogacar starts his lead out with 900 meters to go. And it's kind of like in a TTT, Pogacar, in case you didn't notice, is really, really strong and really, really good. So when he's doing a lead out like this, he's basically doing his finishing effort. The problem with that is his finishing effort is usually one which gaps people and wins races. Tirreno Adriatico, ridiculously good on these sort of stages, these uphill false flat drags and that pinch there. And he's just put Wellens and Covey in a blender, and they're really, really cooked on his wheel. He probably should have gone longer and just not quite as hard and kept it going here, because Freyler's able to move up. Freyler's just come into picture. He's moving up positions, sliding around efficiently. He drops Serrano. He goes ahead of Guerrero. So not looking good for the Movistar guys. And he fills that gap quickly, I think, to Burson Hagen, whilst Wellens starts his lead up, but Wellens doesn't have much. And Covey didn't need to jump that early, but also I don't think he was going to make it on Wellens' wheel to this right-hand corner either. And Freyler's able to move up, and this whole stage was about this right-hand corner. So, Covey could have won this stage, so there's no problem going for Covey. He was a legitimate guy to go for this stage, but he got dropped off too early before that right-hander, which was pretty gnarly. And first guy through who's able to kick out of it is going to win. And Freyler wins easily, kisses the ring afterwards. But yeah, if they drop Covey off through this right-hander, could he have won? Yeah, I think so. But Freyler was really, really good. I mean, he didn't have a lead out either. He surfed a bunch and moved up. Really punchy guy. Impressive win for him. The only rider not in a UAE jersey to win a stage in Andalusia this week. So, I mean, cause for some celebration for Ineos. Bahrain were better than them on GC this week. Rodriguez may be unlucky with some punctures, but Freyler wins the stage ahead of Covey. Nice result for Pasqualon. Krohn was just in bad position. Schultz and Serrano, Burson, Hagen, Caruso, Escarrota. In terms of GC, it was one man that dominated the week. Pogacar, then Landa, and Buitrago in second and third. Buitrago would have come second if he wasn't riding as a domestique for Landa when he was in second, but, hierarchy of these teams, they are what they are. Rodriguez fourth, Mas fifth. Thanks very much for listening to my live performance of Andalusia this week. It's been a little bit difficult from Australia, but I've enjoyed watching the race. I've watched it live, woken up early, prepared the videos. Subscribe if you've enjoyed it, and we've got UAE Tour coming up next. Ciao.